Okay. We are live. Wait a minute. Let me fix this a bit. Let's give like 2 minutes for a guest to come in. And to see. Hi guys, good evening everyone. How is everybody doing? Let's just give like 2 minutes for everyone to settle into the space. And we have a lot of things, so like very nice things to talk about today. So feel free to come if you have questions. Go in. We'll have awesome prizes again. So it would be a well established, or like, I don't know, something cool to talk about today. So andito ba na si JC and Oliver?
Yes, right
Hey,
here.
hey, good evening.
Hey guys, good evening. Let's just give like 2 more minutes for everyone to come and watch the stream and talk about stuff before Christmas, no? Kasi meron tayong mga cool alpha that we want to share for the long term, and to discuss what's going to happen in terms of interest rates that's been talked about for the whole year for the longest time. Kumusta ang gabi natin dyan, JC?
It is very rainy right here. Malamig.
Oh, no, Christmas season na. Taglamig na ulit, and it's the time to share and not to think about saving, because madami tayong binili na regalo sa mga nakis, sa mga apo, sa mga kaibigan, ganyan.
Yeah, very true.
Ano yung pinamahal mong binili na Christmas gift?
That would be a hardware ledger.
Sorry na ba yung sasabihin mo eh. Pero iniisip ko din yun eh. Parang magandang sabihin yun na ledger. Baka naman ledger. So, to the people who are watching now, si Joe is just busy kasi closing ng year, and so he's not available to come in this stream. However, meron tayong dalawang guests to talk about Bitcoin chart and also on CPI and FOMC rates. So, sige, I think it's good. Let's start. To the people who are watching, good evening, everyone. We are always open for questions tonight. With our special guests, we also have a segment tonight called AMAC or AMAC, which called Ask Me Any Chart. So kung gusto niyo makita kung ano yung chart na pag-uusapan, just feel free to chat it in. Tapos titignan ng team namin, and then we'll give you the chart about it. So ayun, good evening. May nagtanong, Pinoy ka pala sir? Hindi po ako Pinoy. Joke lang, of course Pinoy ako. Pinoy tayong lahat dito. But I tend to speak English a lot to cater to our US audiences. So I think the discussion now isn't really that heavy, but yeah, so I just want to say hello and welcome to Unfold, where we discover, learn, and share about cryptocurrency in the market, unfolding new crypto insights so you don't have to. So good evening, everyone. Welcome. Let's start by saying we are going to give away again 3 1-month subscriptions to the people who are active in this space. The mechanics to be part of that giveaway is to share the stream. Second, ask a question. And if you like the question, we get your name and then you get the free newsletter. So what's that new newsletter all about? It's about alpha on altcoin charts, Bitcoin, easy to understand how to chart and stuff from Rekt Capital himself. So isa siyang prominent trader in the crypto space, and he's been in the trading game for a long time. So giving to you for that for free, just share the stream, just like it, and just ask a question, and we'll entertain that for you. Sobrang dali lang. So aside from JC, who's been with us last week, we also have Oliver, which is our research bro, who will share his thoughts about CPI. Consumer Price Index, FOMC, and is it a possibility that we are going to see quantitative easing, or will we see better movement in the market for next year? Kasi yun yung inabang natin. We've been down only for this year, so bad. Is it something that we can see as a positive outlook for 2023? So welcome, Oliver, to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Ayun. So wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. Let's start with the discussion. So first off, let's talk about FOMC and CPI first, and then we go to Bitcoin. I think it's good to go into the macro stuff and then laying down towards like the details of other things. So still stay tuned, because at the end of the discussion, at the end of all things, we're gonna provide alpha as well. And yeah, let's go. So if you guys are able to see this now, this is my screen that I'm showing the median forecast for federal funds rate, PCE inflation, and GDP. So kita nyo ba, JC Oliver, what I'm presenting?
Yep.
Okay. So in a summary, right, FOMC has been hiking rates for the past year, and I think this is one of the biggest interest rate hikes for the X number of years. No, we've already reached a federal funds rate of 4.4%, and they're still looking to bring it up to 5.1. Also, with the due to the PC inflation, they want to bring it down to 2%. So this is just forecast 3, pero yung discussion ni Powell is gusto pa niyang babaan, hence gusto pa niyang increase yung rate hike. But this is median, no? I think it would be nice to see possible ranges. So this is like the range. It's very small. So bibigkasin ko na lang. In a sense, we might be playing around 4.9 to 5.6 federal funds rate to 2023. So we are at 4.4, di ba? So it's still possible to bring it up, to bring that rates, and to mitigate inflation. So just thinking about that, is it still bad, or is it going to be worse for crypto in the market as a whole, Oliver? Or is this a sign na baka sideways na lang to, or we might see in like end of 2023 na there might be positive sentiment for the macro market?
Yeah, so first of all, yung 5.1% is just something the Feds forecasted. So it's not sure now we will hit that, and it depends on the data, CPI like that, and inflation, whatever data like PCE. So ang nakikita ko mangyayari dito is we're gonna have so much de-risking on the institutional side. So if they're de-risking, kasi the rates are not sustainable. So the first thing that comes to mind is they're borrowing liquidity from the banks to fund their investments or their funds. Parang mutual funds or other funds like that, yung mga asset managers, they're investing and they get their liquidity from the banks. And if the interest rates are so high na masisira na yung kanilang yung PNL, because they have to make money. So what they do is they tend to de-risk over a long period of time. Kasi it's not like us, retail, na when we want to de-risk, we just sell, market sell. It's done. For them, it's unlikely that you have 300 million in assets and you just market sell. So the impact is really high. So ang mangyayari is they tend to do it on a longer period of time, unti-unti. So ang mangyayari niyan is there's going to be a long sideways for 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, long sideways, and it doesn't mean na walang sasapo. There's still some companies or institution na they will invest in this period of time. You call that smart money, di ba? Like they're looking for that big returns over a longer period of time. So ang nangyayari niyan, saan sila kumukuha ng pera? Of course, na yan, yung kinompute nila yan may formula sila dyan. And the important thing is, they're not borrowing. Some of them are not borrowing. So, hindi sila affected nung tightening. Kasi it's their own liquidity. So, ang
I see.
mangyayari niyan, may sumasapo, may nagbebenta, so kaya magiging sideways.
Okay, got it. So in TLDR, there people are not really risk on it. They're more into the traditional safeties segments, which is like treasury yields or bonds that gives higher interest rates. So in a sense, it's like a delta neutral strategy for them as traditional institutions who have been in space for a long time. And they're just waiting right now. So in terms of like market sentiment that you are forecasting, it's still sideways, but I just want to share one more thing na pinakita. One of the people that we are actually interested or like visually looking at is from TED Talks Marco, is that disinflation priced it. So in a sense, what he's talking about here, traders are pricing in 2023 as the year of disinflation. So we had inflation 2022, 2023. He's saying that this is the year of disinflation, betting that the Fed has already tightened enough. So, ang in-expect niya, headline US CPI to be less than 3% by June next year. Is this something that is a positive sentiment that could potentially be a play for after June 2023 that people would be risk on again in the market?
So speaking of sentiment, kasi this is from Bloomberg Terminal. So the forecast is saying na by Q3 or somewhere around that inflation will go down like 3% or something, somewhere around that. So it's really good na they're pricing in na yung forecast nila na there's gonna be some positive movement. Pero speaking of targets, Fed inflation targets are around 2% or exactly 2%. They won't compromise on 3%, 2.5%. They want 2% or less.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, so ang mangyayari dito is they're gonna keep rates high all
Okay.
around the first half of 2023. You can bet on that.
Okay. Got it.
And if the rates are high, so there will be no borrowing,
Okay.
no liquidity.
Oh. Okay. Nice to know. So no borrowing or liquidity yet. Trading volume isn't that as strong compared to the bull market where everybody was really risk on, and because of one quantitative easing that created the catalyst for not only crypto but also like the S&P, stocks, equities, bonds, and all that stuff. So yeah, good to know. So one question, very degen question, no? Where should you possibly go full out in terms of investing? Would you possibly go full out 2023 in June, or is it something that you want to see how the market goes first? Like, how confident is your sideways action for 2023?
So it's a degen question, right? Na
Very good.
you go full out. Pero I'm not recommending anybody to go full out. Pero it's a degen question. So let's say na I want to go full out like around November or December 2023 because it's fairly safe na maybe it bottomed out already or inflation already is at the levels na you can confidently say na or the Feds are going to ease the interest rates soon.
Okay, got it. Ayun, very good information from Oliver, our research bro who does the macro stuff. So he also does macro research and write-ups in Litest, so one of the crypto pages in Twitter. So you might want to check that out as well. So moving into that, so we're saying like it's very sidewaysy for 2023 because of there's still interest rate hikes, right? So how does Bitcoin play in that role? I think it's good to check out the chart and how it looks like from there. That's why we have JC to share what his thoughts about it in terms of the macro. Hi, JC. Welcome again.
Hello. Good evening,
Ayun.
everyone.
Ayun.
Okay, let me share my screen first.
Yeah, let's go. Doon tayo sa chart. Doon tayo mahilig sa chart eh. Sa mga technical analysis eh. Ayan.
All right. Okay, no. Last week we talked about this possible scenario looming in Bitcoin. We can see that the Bitcoin is currently at inside of a falling wedge, no. As we can see, falling wedge tends to react oppositely after breakout, no. So currently we are on a waiting game. Kung kailan nga ba magbe-breakout si Bitcoin on this falling wedge, if this falling wedge is actually on place, no. So right now we are very in a sense of a strong accumulation. So
Mhm.
here is a price fractal that we can look, no, during March 2020, no. This is the announcement of a COVID. Ito talaga yung time ko kailan in-announce yung COVID, no. Though we have cases back on December 2019, pero this is the time kung kailan nagsettle yung COVID pandemic. So nakita natin nagkaroon ng strong surge of volume, and we see that the price bottoms. Same thing happened here, no? Around May 2021, there is a strong volume right here that points out that this is the bottom. Now, currently, no, we are experiencing the same scenario. We have a strong surge of volume around November 1st. Maybe, no, maybe this is because of FTX fiasco or scandal. Same thing rin naman na nangyari nung May 2021. This is where Elon Musk announces the halting of Bitcoin acceptance ng Tesla, right? And this is COVID crash, no? So meron tayong mga factor na tinitingnan that leads to the exact position that we are right now. So yeah, these are catalysts that causes the prices of Bitcoin to go lower.
Got it.
Okay.
Nice. So
So
in
that's volume.
at that sense, parang sideways pa rin tayo unless ma-breakout natin tong descending wedge. Tama ba? Descending wedge ang tawag dito.
Falling wedge, yeah.
Falling wedge. Okay, got it. Yun. So nice to see. So in terms of long-term play, so daily to, wala pa masyadong kibo si Bitcoin to show that we are at a bullish trend already unless we break that out. Tama ba?
Yes, but very long term, no. After ma-breakout niya to, this falling wedge, we are still looking at a very long accumulation. This 2023 is very long accumulation. But one thing to note is that if we draw a line, trend line right here, we can
Breakout
see
na.
that Bitcoin, yeah, this is the main trend, no? This is the major trend.
Okay.
So downtrend may be done. So another thing is endorsement. This is hindi naman endorsement, no? This is one of the article I write on the distributed. I showed here that the number of addresses with balance greater than or equal to 10 Bitcoin has soared. No, so nakita natin that there is a strong accumulation since November, no? That is very sharp accumulation. Despite having 10 Bitcoin, di ba? Isipin mo that is around 168K, di ba? And not just that, no? Even one Bitcoin, addresses with 1 Bitcoin are also increasing. Addresses with 100 Bitcoins also soared. And this is one metric that I am looking. Now we are really currently on a strong accumulation phase.
Okay, got it. Nice to know. Good to see that ganun yung yung lumalabas. So, given like so much pain in the market for 2021, it's nice. I mean, 2022, it's nice to see na kahit papaano, medyo we're out of the ropes for like so much down or capitulation already. I feel like out of all like the debt spiral and all of the insolvency issues and all of the liquidations and hacks, there's no more players out there that have the power to sell. Kumbaga nawala na lahat ng selling power. Sana. And hopefully we just dry out and then we just stay like in the boring market of things where people forget. Usually ganun naman pag cycle eh. Speaking of cycle, I want to share also this thing if this is still something that we can rely on in terms of like year time frames, no? So una, thanks JC for sharing that chart. But this one I want to show where we usually follow. It's called the 4-year cycle. So in the 4-year cycle is where every 4 years you could see a tendency in Bitcoin where it drops at a very huge drop rate. So example, 2013 had a big break in terms of the bullishness and it dropped 56%. So that's considered year one. Second year was more of like a consolidation phase. So this is year, this is the 1-year chart where what happened here is like mostly of a play between that range and quite closed in a bullish hammer. For the next 2 years, so year 3 and year 4, that's where the bullish trend for Bitcoin happened. So next cycle, bull run ulit 2017. Then 2018 down 73%, which is so bad. Okay, that's year one. Year 2, consolidation. Year 3, bull. Year 4, bull. And now we are back at year 1, which is another downtrend, 63%. But looking at the candles, no, di siya ganun kalaki. It gets smaller and smaller in terms of volatility. Is this something that we can still rely on in the next year, considering like macro is sideways because of still interest rate hikes? Your chart is saying also sideways for 2023. So looking at it, does it make sense to still use the 4-year cycle? What's your thought about it, JC?
For me, no, the beginning of the candles really affect yung performance ng Bitcoin. As we can see, this candle right there, yung white inverted hammer, this is a very bearish, around 2021, yeah. That is a very bearish candle right there. Also, if you consider the 2022 candle, that is a bearish engulfing, no? If you neglect that inverted hammer right there, this bearish engulfing naman yung possible play. So right now, hopefully not, no? Hopefully not. This is a bearish sentiment wherein price action wise, we are currently going lower pa. So hopefully not, no. On the
Okay,
good
got it.
side, pwede naman natin tingnan yung 4-year cycle where we can start there, no. The next year will be another accumulation period. Then 2024 is another strong breakout, and the story goes on.
Okay. Yeah, given like the bullish year, like bullish drop, you could still see like in the next year there's still a wick where people still speculated on price. That's why the year has been very consistent in thirds of the 4-year cycle. How about just want to ask like C. Oliver, like he's been in the space since 2019, 2018. What do you think about the 4-year cycle in your thoughts?
Sorry. I've been in this space since 2021 lang.
2021. Okay, got it. So ayun. So yeah, how about you? What do you think? Like even though you're still there, early 2021, what do you think about the 4-year cycle now that we shared it?
Nakalog yan, di ba? It's in logarithmic chart.
Yeah, nakalog. Yep.
So I think we're still on track if you look at it that way. na
Mm.
naka-logarithmic pa yan and we're still climbing up. So, the longer projections, siguro we're gonna pull back kasi there are cycles, di ba?
Yep.
Gonna pull back and then we go up and go pull back, go up. Parang ganun. And if you look at the big picture like that,
Uh-huh.
parang it's really good to accumulate. Parang it's really enticing. Pero
Okay.
you should uh you should check also kung it aligns also with your uh yung
With your investment strategy.
with your investment strategies. Like
Okay.
you have an income and
Mhm.
you can live like without that money.
Right.
Kasi this is a parang long haul. Parang it's
Right.
very a longer period. It's an investment.
All right, awesome. Good thoughts and guidance from that. Like people are investing and you think it's sideways. Definitely this is a long range play and it takes a while for accumulation to finish. So that I just want to connect that towards the next picture that I want to show, which is actually the drop below realized price compared 2022 versus 2015. So this just shows a fractal on how the first cycle bearish period happened. So 2013 was the bullish year, and then 2014 was a bearish year that dropped 56 or 60%. 2015, however, was more of like sideways, the same state that we are expecting to happen for next year, which is market's going to be really boring. So if we try to connect that towards the fractal, like in 2015 had like from day one of its accumulation, it spanned for around 300 days for that accumulation period before it run towards 2016, which is a bullish year, and then 2017, which is the bullish year for that cycle. So 2015, very boring. So is it the same thing that we are looking at now? So 2022 showing we are at day 188 of accumulation. So if we try to connect that, or day 195 pala. So we try to connect that towards like 300 days. We're thinking this might possibly break out, where the accumulation may possibly break out in quarter 2 next year. So that's like, because if you just add 100 days in, that's quarter 2 of 2023. So not yet final, but history tends to repeat itself. Well, not fully repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So that's one thing that we can consider. If people are long-term bullish crypto, I think it's nice to just have a bag. So non-financial advice, what I'm doing now actually is I'm also accumulating already, more on Ethereum. I do have Bitcoin, but yeah, that's for the long haul. So yun. Thanks for the insights, no, Oliver and JC. I just want to move on towards what are some crazy events that are happening in crypto. Feel free to chime in if you have thoughts about it. There was this crazy timeline shared in our group chat. So shout out to Clarence ETH boys. Yeah, let's go ETH ultrasound money. So there was this post na shinare 6 hour 33. People were speculating what this is. This is actually a post from shibatoken.com. So Shiba is a Doge, or like a Doge copy or a dog coin narrative. Same as Dogecoin, Floki, Inu, whatever dog coins that is, like Elon, Doge, Inu, Shib, whatever. So what happened there after the timeline closed was that they showed their new website called the shibatoken.com and sharing what they are building on. So Shiba is building an ecosystem for NFTs, Metaverse, DeFi. So what's the history of Shiba ba? Shiba was actually made by Ryoshi, an anon guy. Nobody knows who he is, but he built it for the community by the community. So he started just building the smart contract. He never accumulated any SHIB tokens. So basically, if he wanted SHIB token, he had to buy it in the free market as well. So this is 100% community owned, trying to build a decentralized platform, just how Bitcoin did. So is he rich? He said he has enough money because he sold Chainlink at $8. So he has accumulated a lot. And looking at that, This is his history. I will share the link to you guys if you want to know more. But basically what he did is he built a ecosystem where different financial tools or like tools in the crypto space such as NFTs and the metaverse is all in Shiba. So why is this here? Why am I talking about this now? It's been very heavy in crypto Twitter and people are talking about it a lot. And I think it's one thing that you guys should know in terms of, is SHIB just a shitcoin? Looking at it, it's starting to build something nice. So they have recently launched Shibarium, which is a layer 2. So it's built on top of the Ethereum network where it's a faster transaction space. So it's like a roll up. No, I think it's a sidechain. I have to verify. Yeah, sorry about that. But they are building different financial tools such as Shiba Swap, the Doge or the leash rebasing token, and they also have Bone. So let's try to look into that aspects of the ecosystem. I won't dive into this because this is very long. So ayun, we are at Shiba Swap where you could basically do decentralized finances same as in Ethereum. So iba lang yung pangalan. So there's Dig, Berry, Wolf, Doggy DAO, Swap. So Swap is like Uniswap. Dig is like providing liquidity. So LP, and then you earn fees for providing liquidity. Berry is single stake, single staking, single asset staking. Yun, where if you stake stake SHIB, leash, and Bone, you earn APY in Bone. So they provide you Bone tokens, which you can sell in the free market or just hold it in. Then there's also Wolf, which is SSLP staking. So single-sided liquidity also. And there's Doggy DAO and NFT. So the ecosystem is starting to build. And if you have like SHIB, leash, or Bone, why not stake it here and then earn passive income if you're bullish in the Shiba ecosystem. So if you think that it's gonna pump soon, it might, So looking at it in the 4-hour chart, actually, I was looking at this 4 hours ago. It was starting to pump. I don't know what's happening, but 4 hours, low time frame, but people are buying in because of the Shibarium ecosystem. Now, what's fancy or what's interesting for me is that this is what the SHIB token looks like in terms of the long time frame. So pump, down, consolidation, pump, going down, consolidation. It's the same thing as Doge. There was this small pump here. Wait, let me just try to zoom that in there. Yun, no? If you zoom that in there, that's the mini pump there. Pump, going down, pump, going down, and then pump. So that's how dog coins usually work. They pump so much and then they just sell off. So one of the tokens actually is also Bone. So this one is part of the Shiba ecosystem where you could use that as a utility token for their layer 2. So they'll focus on Bone in the future for their layer 2 Shiba ecosystem as a utility. But people are speculating on it, hence their market cap is already at 184 million. So is it something good to invest on now? Because SHIB is at 4.9 B market cap. If you compare to Doge is at 10.1 B. So if it's going to compete with Doge and you think that it's more bullish than Doge, it can have like a 2x in the future, right? What does the chart say dito sa SHIB, JC? Anything particular with the chart?
Okay. Okay, let me share my chart. Where is it? Sorry. Okay. Currently, no, we are inside this major resistance and major support. No. By the way, this is in a daily time frame. So as we can see, we have a trend line here. We can also put trend line here. No. Which will coincide that these are a triangle in play.
Okay.
But for me, if you're asking about if I'm going to buy, it really depends on your investment strategy. No, if you're a holder, this is a great opportunity to buy right now. No, kasi what I like about Shiba is In the bear market, they are building. Just like other few coins, di ba, in the market.
Oo.
There are only few projects that are really, really doing their best to build and build and build. So
Mhm.
that will prosper, that will give fruit in the future, no? So as a long-term holder, this is a good buy, no? This price, no? Kasi malapit na tayo sa resistance.
Mm.
But if you are really hoping for the quick profit, no? Right now is not the right time. We need to wait for a breakout. We need to wait for a volume.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my take there.
Nice. Thanks. Good to know. May mention si ano eh. May mention si Oliver sa akin. So thanks for the chart. So I just want to TLDR this. So long term, this is good in terms of risk reward ratio because it is at a key support of this ascending triangle. No, short term wise, maybe it's good to just no, baliktad. Short term wise, ayun yung explanation ko. Like long term wise, it's more of like waiting for the breakout, right? Insight lang, additional information, sabi ni Oliver, tama ba? Si Ryoshi, hindi lang SHIB yung ginawa niya. Ano yung isang token?
Yeah, he also made the Tsuka, like TSUKA.
Tuka. Oh, okay. Nice.
It's another shitcoin. Maybe I can share my screen.
Mahilig si mahilig si Ryoshi gumawa ng mga
Shitcoin.
mga shit ka. Yeah, it's loading a bit. Tsuka. Okay.
Yeah. Parang it's just recently. Siya rin ang gumawa nito.
Nice. So I have no idea what Tsuka is, but feel free to if you want to go research on it more. Any idea what Tsuka is?
Actually, it's nothing. It's purely shitcoin. Pero
Okay.
yeah, pero if Ryoshi is building something for sheep, so speculators, as you can see, they're also buying into it. Kasi maybe in the future there will be something. Yeah.
Yep.
You can see the yung rank niya. It's 329. So it's fairly high. For a
I see.
shitcoin.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Research Pro Oliver. From there, let's still consider like exploring more into the dog narrative because a lot of things are happening to the dog narratives right now beside Flow Shiba, Doge. There's actually something that came out today, which is coming out tomorrow, by the way. If you guys are gamers, this is definitely interesting to see for you guys and want to explore for sure. This is a open style metaverse game that recently that's about to launch in the Floki ecosystem. So this is under Floki. So Floki is another dog coin that's considered like a shit coin, but they are building things inside. So let's look into this. Yan. So there's an overview already. There's teasers, and they're kind of sharing like how the combat works and things. So they're building this now, and it's also loud in the space. If you see in crypto Twitter, everybody's talking about Valhalla. Valhalla everywhere Valhalla, whatever this game is. So it might be interesting. And what's nice about Valhalla is because if you check the white paper, they're gonna use Floki as the utility token. So you use Floki in the NFT Metaverse game powered by Floki, where you buy the play to earn mechanics. You earn Floki by killing monsters or PvP. You buy the NFT, you buy equipment through Floki token, which creates utility for Floki in terms of demand and creates like that demand and supply thing. So if people will start playing with this a lot, the demand is there and maybe supply decreases and hence like price action moves. So right now it's still in testnet. So you could come in, check the docs. The docs is here, Floki Ino. I'm not sure how can I share this to everyone, but ayun, if you want to check the game, it's called Valhalla.game. And then their docs is in the Floki website. So Floki is Floki.com. Yeah, Floki.com. There. It's loading. Top there. Road freaking white paper. It's in the white paper. So ayun, hanapin niyo siya dun sa white paper and they explain everything there. But I can walk you through this. How do you try it in testnet? It's basically here at the MetaMask browser settings, networks, and like that. If you don't get how this works, is that you just click your MetaMask wallet there. I have $3 in my wallet. Yay. So here, go to the top right, that icon there, settings, networks, add a network in. It opens this pop-up. So where it says there, you can add networks manually, add that network, just copy everything here. Network name is Optimism Kovan. Now the RPC URL is this one. So it's still a testnet. Freaking can't copy. Yeah, so just copy all this here into the block explorer. Then once that's done, just click that into the network, follow the rules, and then you can play. So is it something for the potential airdrop? Maybe. So I encourage, just try things out. It's always good to experiment, no? So in terms of like investment wise, so there's a demand for Floki for this metaverse game if it builds up traction, right? Floki is sitting at 85M. Okay, market cap. And this is part of the Dogcoin narratives. If 85M pa lang ang Floki and it has that utility such as with the Shibarium or like Doge Eco, don't you think it's nice to like build something here if it's like a potential play? Kasi 85M pa lang naman siya, while Doge is 10B, Shib is 5B. So wala pa siyang sa B. Okay, and then this looks just like the long-term macro chart of Doge and Shib. Pump, Conso, pump, down. Doge, load, freaking. Okay, ayan. So pump, Conso, pump, down, Conso. Same as Shib. All the same place. Pump, Conso, pump, Conso. Consolidate. Conso is consolidate. So it pumped and now it's consolidating at very low, good lows. So maybe it's something you want to learn, check out. Floki recently launched a game, launching tomorrow. Try it out, maybe potential airdrop, I don't know. So if there is though, good job to you guys. So anything about the Floki chart, JC, that you see? How is it doing in terms of technical analysis?
Okay. As you see right now, no, it is very low. It is sitting right next to the
Halos wala talaga siya.
support, no,
Okay.
which is good, no, for those who wanted a Degen move right here.
Ayun.
No,
Okay.
this is very low.
Nice to see. So I think looking at that, it's very low. But it's printing higher lows in the past days. Will it be something? So risk reward style, I think can wait for that breakout, which JC showing though. Long term wise, you can buy it at the breakout for sure. Short term, if you believe in the game, maybe you can just check it out.
Okay.
Ayun, thanks sir for sharing that chart to us. Sige, we're nearing our 1 hour. If you have questions, if you want to learn about what chart or what altcoin is it a potential buy, just ping it in or like chat it in the chat box, and then we'll be happy to chart it for you. Or if you have any questions, so we're giving away a free newsletter, 3 people for 1 month subscription to Rekt Capital. So konting commercial lang. This is also our show is usually also supported by Pendle Finance. So Pendle Finance is a decentralized crypto platform that trades yield. They will be having a Christmas giveaway or Christmas quiz night tomorrow 9 a.m. Tomorrow 9 a.m. and you have the chance to win $700 in Pendle token. So all you have to do is join the Discord, learn about Pendle in terms of the learn page, and yeah, you might win $700. So free. Just if you are into DeFi, pag-aralan nyo lang yung Pendle and then quiz night or quiz morning in tomorrow 9 a.m. So ayan, Pendle Finance. I'll give the link in our Discord. if you want to join in. So join our Discord as well. We're always open there. If you have questions, come in. So next is just want to give you a quick update in terms of SPF and FTX. So mostly the C-suite, mga CEO are already in jail. So breaking, Caroline and Gary Wang already pled guilty for fraud charges. So Gary Wang is a co-founder of FTX, while Caroline is the CEO of Alameda Research. So yun, justice is being served to the people who scammed the users in FTX and Alameda. As well as SBF is actually in the US now. SBF just recently, just today, just is in US jail. I'm not sure where. So SBF officially going to the same jail where Epstein. This is very dark news, but yeah, they are now being served justice. And this is good since, like, if you remember, si Tornadic Cash developer went to jail for doing a open smart contract code, which doesn't make sense. Why would you jail someone who created code that is decentralized and open, while these guys are actually hiding funds from their users, right? So ayun, justice is served. So DCG portfolio, just want to give you guys a quick update. DCG is one of the biggest crypto institutions in the space. If they die, it's another capitulation, but capitulation series or event. So looking at it now, their holdings are pretty much getting that green light. So they have, this is the holdings monitored by Messari. This is the portfolio of DCG. So the coins that they have are still in green. So they're still there, still selling some assets to liquidate and to pay bad debt. But I'm still hoping that they're still gonna be solvent so that we don't see another winter, another capitulation event, because this G is very big. Some good news in the space. Visa is actually incorporating self-custodial wallets for auto payments. If you don't know what auto payment is, if you have like a loan in the bank or kunwari na pumunta kang Boracay and you get that free 6 months 0% interest, 6 months to pay, ganun, that's auto payment. So you can't do that in crypto, because in crypto, if you're gonna do a transaction, kailangan mong i-click, click, because you are an owner of an external you hold an EOA, which is I forgot again, externally owned account. So an externally owned account is like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, XDeFi, Rabbi, those wallets. So what you do there, if you want to do a transaction, you always have to click the transactions, because it's you who decide if you want to move the transaction or not. You cannot do auto payment, because if you want to do auto payment, you have to provide the keys of your wallet to a custodian, right? Like credit cards, di ba? If you want to have auto payments, you have to sign, you have to agree that they are the ones who's gonna provide or conduct the transactions for you. Fortunately, Visa is actually incorporating a new Ethereum improvement proposal, which is called EIP 4337, which provides account abstraction. So what's account abstraction? So it's a proposal to combine user accounts with smart contracts. So TLDR, in a short way, any auto payment method could already be done through smart contract. So how does this work? So example, meron akong binabayarang kotse per month, pero hindi ko siya mababayaran kung pupunta akong bundok kasi walang signal. So what happens if I can ask Visa to do that, and if this is implemented, they could actually do the payment system through my MetaMask already. But they don't own my account. They don't own MetaMask. They don't own my private key. It happens through an agreement via smart contract. So we sign in a smart contract mutual agreement, and it's processed and verified, secured on-chain, and that's what happens. So there's a dedicated time slot for the transaction to happen. So it's like once a month or twice a month, depending on the agreement, through that smart contract. And automates the payment already for you. So all you have to do is just to fund your MetaMask wallet, which is very nice to see. So what they call that is a delegatable account. So you delegate that command through that smart contract. So still takes away that middleman out. Okay. What's advantage of this? Advantage is no middleman. So walang additional payments. There's no commission to the banks, right? There's no interest payment to just to provide that service. Downside of this, it's not yet there. Code has to be audited really well because this is a new proposal. It's still gonna be approved in the Ethereum Ethereum Labs or Ethereum Foundation, EIP 4337. But this is the magic of account abstraction. So anything what Ethereum is doing now is like implementing account abstraction to combine different traditional toolings or automation in Ethereum. So that's one. That's one good thing about Visa. So definitely let's go Visa going into Web3. Okay, let's go to alphas. So we only have 9 minutes left, but I want to give you an alpha here. This is exploring nested finance, which is one of the topics that I want to share today. Nested finance is for people who are lazy to copy portfolios of people. So if you want to do copy trading or copy investing, diba, you have to follow people, like what you always have to ask. Kunwari, tatanungin niyo si Joe. Joe, anong in-invest mo ngayong tokens? What do you think about this token? Blah, blah, blah. And then he would say tokens, right? And then you want to ask, magkano ba inallocate mo dyan? He wouldn't really tell. But for nested finance, if you are lazy to do your research, you could actually just check it here and see the portfolios on the pro people on what are they investing. So example, let's go to this portfolio called Alpha Please. Click on this. And then here you could see the allocation of his portfolio. So he's invested in the Arbitrum ecosystem. He bought GMX, Dopex, Cap, Mami, Vesta, Magic. And this is the amount of allocation that he or she has, whoever this person is. Now, instead of going to CoinGecko, you have to type the token, you have to find the exchange, where the fudge do I buy GMX and stuff like that. It's all a hassle. You can just click copy here. Copy. And then example, if you are connected already and you have like stable coins, example, this one, I have 20 bucks. I click that. I allocate like 20 bucks in to copy that portfolio. So it's still updating price. So you have to approve the transaction, approve it in your MetaMask. So I'm doing it real time. So confirm, yes. Yeah, there. And then you start the approval and then you start the copy. Another transaction goes in. So you have to pay for gas, but the gas is like $0.8. So it's really cheap because it's Arbitrum layer 2 using the optimism consensus mechanism. So waiting for it, copy portfolio being copied. So you can see it on the Explorer. Once that is done, which is taking so dang long, there you go. Now I can check my portfolio and voila. It is now the same allocation as that person I wanted to copy. So in terms of dollar price, it's all based on the percentage that you wanted, that he or she has. So if you are a copy portfolio guy, you can copy there. But if you want to bring that out, you can just do it here, or you could just click on your wallet and then just exchange it in an exchange. So if you want to dive deep into this, I will create a deep dive in the Discord exclusively for the group on how to sell the tokens now. So you copy there, this is 20 bucks worth. So very easy to do. Okay, just pay for the transaction fees. Another thing is that there is a potential airdrop kasi. So if you use nested finance, you might be eligible. Once you do that, you might be eligible towards the NST token that comes out soon. Okay. There. So very easy to do, nested finance, NESTED.FI. So we are not paid, but I want to share this to the community because this is something very interesting. Lazy to copy, just do this. Lastly is Tapioca DAO. Tapioca DAO is already mentioned in the Discord, but I want to share it as well here in the live session because TLDR, okay? Tapioca DAO is a marketplace omni-chain across different chains. I think it's around 19 chains already. So think of this. If you want to lend, example, your Ethereum in Aave sa Ethereum, so you lend your ETH, but you want to invest or like you want to borrow USDC and invest it in Binance Smart Chain, you have to do all that bridging. You have to do all that RPC networks. You have to do all the transactions and crap. Tapioca DAO takes all of that problems away for you, and it's built across different chains already through the help of layer 0. what happens is layer 0 is an omni-chain protocol that allows communication across different chains. So Ethereum can now be connected to Binance Smart Chain. Binance Smart Chain can be connected to Arbitrum. Arbitrum can be connected to Avalanche. Avalanche can be connected to Sana, and so on and so forth, thanks to Layer 0. Now, this is built on top of Layer 0. Once this launches, you could actually, wait, give me a sec. You could actually lend your ETH in Ethereum and borrow, example like BUSD in Binance Smart Chain. Ganun. Or you could actually lend your Bitcoin, ETH in Avalanche and then borrow in Solana. So this is one of the very interesting projects now. There is no token yet. Okay. So it's one to see how it gonna be unfolded in the future. But if you want to be part of this Discord, go to guild.xyz/tapiokadao. Ayan. So these are the alphas that I did some research today. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Tapiokadao and Nested Finance. So not more onto that deep dive into the Discord maybe next week. Let's have our Christmas first. Ayun. That's all for me. If you have any questions, feel free to chat. So I don't think madaming nag-chat today. Everybody's I think passive because I agree as well. Holiday season, no. So siguro sa Discord I'll do the giveaway there. But I think I'll just I'll provide a giveaway to people here. Yeah, I'll just chat you so that you can have that free newsletter. All right. So far that's more for Unfold. Anything else you want to say for you, JC? Any thoughts about it?
Ano na lang, Christmas greetings to everyone, no?
Okay. Ayun nga, Merry Christmas din sa inyong lahat. Yeah, I think that's all for us for Unfold. I want to say thank you again to Oliver and JC for coming into the show and giving insights as well. Joe will be back after January, I guess. Let's all have like a holiday break. I think Unfold won't be here for next week, but we'll definitely be more active sa January. So sorry guys for like being passive and stuff. But yeah, thanks Oliver and JC for sharing, for your charts and for the macro update.
Welcome.
All right. Yun, so sa mga naiwang viewers, we want to thank you as well. I'll just DM you for any giveaways that I would share. And ayun, so see you guys next year. And yeah, this is Unfold. Discover, learn, and share insights about cryptocurrency in the market. Unfolding new crypto insights so you don't have to. So thank you everyone for coming and listening to us in this space. See you next year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you guys. Ciao.